So you had quite a bit of adventure in the Army. Pretty fascinating story. What happened to you? How did you get injured?
So I was in Northeast Afghanistan, Kunar Providence, and it was heavy enemy fighting, and they like to use recoilless rifles, and it was just a normal day, normal attack, and we got into a pretty decent firefight, and I was running out of a building to get into another fighting position, and a recoilless rifle round struck about 10 feet from me, and ended up taking a pretty nice piece of shrapnel through my left leg.
Wow. And then a lot of rehab with that?
It took about a solid year to be up and running again and trying to get back into my way of life. Progressively, started out with the wheelchair, crutches, cane, and then kind of just was never the same. Couldn't really get past that 1 to 2 mile
Right.
stride.
What was the toughest part of the injury?
I would say the toughest part was just not being able to take care of myself.
Right.
Going
from totally independent to not being able to.
Yeah, just going to helping out young soldiers, and taking them here, taking them there, to be like me needing everything. I had to have help getting in and out of the vehicles to my appointments.
Right.
There was a special van that had to come get me. My wife would pick me up and throw me into a vehicle. So that was the hardest point.
Right.
Problem.
So what can someone listening out there who perhaps doesn't have a lot of military experience or doesn't know people in the military, how can they help someone like you?
It's more or less, a lot of us would do everything over again. So just a simple handshake or the head nod it goes a long way. It lets us lets us know that someone actually out there cares. So doesn't need to be a big gesture. Just a simple handshake or the infamous head nod. That goes a long way.
Yeah, so it's not that hard. That's a great message from Coronado. Is like, it's not that hard. You just show that you care. Brotherhood that seems to be crumbling in our society recently as we hurl insults at each other on social media, and racial inequalities worse than ever. People protest on the streets, gap between rich and poor, politicians fighting with each other. But if you just show brotherhood, we're all one team, to veterans like Daniel, it can make a big difference.
The battle continues.